Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today for Ignite 2020. I'm excited to talk to you about the future of work. I want to start by reflecting on 2020 and where we are today. We're living through a once-in-a-generation shift. When, where, and how we work is fundamentally changing. In fact, I think we're experiencing a year of digital transformation every month. This acceleration, in my mind, marks the end of the post-industrial age. We're entering a new era of the digitization of everything. Today, I'll share some of the trends that are shaping the future of work and the framework for success that we've developed for every leader and organization to succeed amid so much change and disruption. But before we look ahead, I think it's also helpful to reflect on where we've been. Throughout history, people and their ideas have propelled society forward. We've definitely seen it in this moment with the global pandemic. Everywhere I look, I see amazing examples of people rising to the occasion during COVID. Let's hear from the team at Suffolk Construction about their transformation during COVID-19.
At Suffolk, we're trying to redefine what is possible in the construction industry. We innovate and we happen to be master builders. And we're always pushing the limits of construction.
Suffolk's response to the pandemic overnight really settled around the use of Microsoft Teams.
We're able to communicate on a completely different level than we were before and solve problems in real time.
Once people realized they could be anywhere to have their meetings while working with the folks that were still on their job sites and be on video and interact and collaborate on files together, it completely changed the game.
I think what excites me about the future is that in Teams, someone is telling me about another new innovation that is going to completely change the way that we do work.
As I talk to IT leaders and customers every day, it's clear that the way we're working today presents real risks and challenges. And at Microsoft, we see ourselves as students of this new world of work. Now, we have a unique vantage point from which to observe emerging durable trends. First, we have our own Microsoft telemetry and first-party research. Second, commission research from partners, including people like Harvard and Stanford universities. And third, the daily conversations that we have with customers that keep our finger on the pulse of what's changing. Let's take a look at what we're learning.
Since the world shifted to remote work, research shows there are some bright spots. People cite flexibility and greater empathy for team members. 62% of people surveyed said they feel more empathetic toward colleagues now that we can all see into each other's lives at home. On the other hand, there are concerning trends. We're eroding the social capital built over decades over water coolers and in hallways, leading to loss of connection and feelings of isolation. People are working longer hours, leaving them feeling depleted, with the biggest increases in Teams usage outside the typical 9-to-5 workday and on weekends. Workday length increased 17% in Japan, 25% in the US, and 45% in Australia. 1/3 of remote workers say the lack of separation between work and life is negatively impacting their well-being. And more than 30% of information workers and first-line workers say the pandemic has somewhat or significantly increased their sense of burnout. But 70% of people also indicate that meditation could help decrease work-related stress. It's clear that people want to do great work. The big question, how can technology help?
From this shift to remote work is that we can trust people to do their best even when no one is watching. At this moment, I feel like over the last few months, leaders have gone from worrying about whether or not people will be productive to worrying about whether people are working in sustainable ways. As one Fortune 50 CEO commented in a recent meeting, what keeps me up at night right now isn't supply chain logistics or sales, it's the well-being of my workforce. Our company lives and dies by them. You see, productivity can't just be about short-term employee output. Machines don't create value, people do. And you can't treat people like machines. Up to this point, technology has been focused on efficiency. And I think that's a fallacy. The sustainable productivity for people isn't just about efficiency. People need cycles of performance, and they need cycles of recovery. The world's best athletes have known this for a very long time. This moment right now and our future is all about getting the best of human ingenuity. It's about getting the best out of our most important assets, our people. So we need technology to help us perform at our best at all times. So, in this new digital age, how can technology amplify human ingenuity while balancing the needs of people? At Microsoft, that is our mission, to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. As we've studied how work is changing, we've developed 7 keys to success for every business and IT leader to empower people for this new world of work, with the tools to deliver human ingenuity at scale. There's so much richness in all of these. Today, we're going to focus on 2 of them: teamwork and well-being. Underpinning this framework is technology that we believe is crucial to powering the future of work. It's the Microsoft Graph. It underlies everything we do in Microsoft 365. In a highly distributed digital everything world rich with data, you have to be able to see and read the signals. Armed with this signal, you can do amazing things. But not capturing it means you miss out on how to help people work in sustainable ways, to be innovative, and to create new value. Think about it. Every day, the people in your organization are generating enormous amounts of signal and data. With the graph, there's a value exchanged and created on both sides of the equation, for the individuals and the broader organization. For individuals, the graph captures and processes massive amounts of signal each day. The more you use the graph, the more it knows about your preferences and intent, and the smarter it gets, and the more you can put it to work for you. The graph delivers personalized assistance right within the flow of work. It analyzes data, surfaces insights, and suggests actions. And the graph uses AI to augment and expand what people can uniquely do, not replace them. But the real power of the graph is what you can then do with this signal in aggregate, in combination with your functional data across HR, sales, finance operations, customer support, all your processes, all your people data. Imagine, for example, if you could understand how teams of people are spending their time. Imagine if you could understand what distinguishes top performers. For example, learning top salespeople consistently spend 40% more time with customers can help you improve overall performance. The Microsoft Graph is a powerful ally in a digital everything world. Over time, it becomes your graph, helping to create net new value for the entire organization. Microsoft 365 is the integrated suite of graph-connected productivity apps and experiences. It powers the familiar apps your people rely on every day to connect, collaborate, and get work done: Microsoft Teams, Outlook, Office, and the Edge browser. And we've architected Microsoft 365 to empower people to be productive on any platform and any device. The pandemic has made the PC more essential than ever, as more than 1 billion users rely on Windows 10 to be productive from anywhere across work, school, and life. For more on this, you can check out Brad Anderson and Panos Panay's session on how we're innovating for customers with Windows 10 and Surface across small screens, large screens, and everything in between. Microsoft Edge offers the highest rated protection against malware and phishing, and usage of our Office apps is up across Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, and more, highlighting their critical role in helping people be productive every day. More broadly, Microsoft 365 is a part of our differentiated approach to the cloud. Microsoft's comprehensive portfolio of infrastructure and applications across Azure, GitHub, Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, LinkedIn, and Microsoft 365, all powered by the Microsoft Graph, offers unparalleled integration, architectural coherence, and extensibility. And what's more, it's all built on a secure, trusted foundation with privacy and compliance by design, including leading GDPR compliance. With this and everything we do at Microsoft, we are governed by the belief that you control your data and you decide how to use it. Now, let's return to those keys for success that guide our innovation investments in Microsoft 365 and in Teams. Let's start with reimagining teamwork. In a digital everything world, rebuilding social capital to help people feel connected, engaged, and part of the company culture is absolutely critical. And staying connected is about much more than just video meetings. Work happens before, during, and after a meeting, and Microsoft Teams is the platform for work. Teams is so much more than any single app where you can chat or meet. It's a rich platform for all the ways people and teams need to work and move work forward. It's the only solution that combines meetings, calling, chat, content collaboration with the power of Office and business process automation, all in a secure, integrated user experience. And as companies move all their work online, they increasingly want one unified platform, from meetings all the way to phone system. And Teams offers exactly that. Everything that happens during a Teams meeting, as an example, the discussion, chat, decisions, content, it's all preserved and easy to access. so any team member can revisit it, take action, and move the work forward. But Teams doesn't just connect people inside your organization, it also connects your people to your customers through video meetings, webinars, remote selling, supply chain, and other scenarios. So you can connect from anywhere, both internally and with external partners and customers. Today, we're debuting new video meeting experiences in Teams, along with reimagined workspaces that treat every collaborator, remote, in person, or even on the go, as a first-class citizen. I'll now turn it over to Aya on my team to show you what these innovations look like in action.
Thanks, Jared. Today, I'm going to show you some exciting innovations designed to help facilitate teamwork for the hybrid workplace, to make every worker feel a part of the team, whether they're working remotely or in the office. The Surface Hub is an incredible device designed for meetings and collaboration in shared spaces. Earlier this month, we announced Windows 10 Pro and Enterprise on Surface Hub 2, creating a uniquely personal and productive computing experience. This lets me have a Surface Hub in my personal office and have a similar experience to what I would have on my PC. Now I can easily sign in using my fingerprint, and now I can enjoy all of my favorite apps that I would use every day on my PC. So let's jump right into Microsoft Teams and get started with meetings. Teams is perfect for video meetings. I love that I can now see up to 49 people in one view. Now I'm sure many of you miss the in-person meetings with colleagues. I know I do. This summer, we announced a new meeting experience called Together Mode, which brings you and your team all in one shared virtual space. Now, with a single click, it's like we're all sitting together in what looks like an auditorium. Now, we're not separated by any grid lines or without any distracting backgrounds.
And it's so much fun to feel like we're all together. We can even high five and engage with each other a bit more naturally in conversation.
And having us together in a shared background actually helps us concentrate more easily.
I find I can remember more of what was said in meetings, and I'm less tired at the end of the day.
Together Mode helps make meetings more immersive and create a stronger human connection. We also introduced a dynamic view that adjusts the screen to prioritize what's most important. Here, a colleague is presenting content, and I can easily pin, let's say, the presenter, or a key decision maker, or an interpreter, so I can actually see their reactions. Now, when you're focused during a meeting and don't have a chat window open, it's easy to miss side conversations. But now, our new chat bubbles help me stay informed. Now, many businesses have started to implement hybrid work environments, and I'd like to show you what we're doing in Teams to help improve teamwork at the office. I'm here in the conference room with my colleagues, Allie and Alex. This conference room is configured with a Microsoft Teams room and our newest member of the Surface family, the Microsoft Surface Hub 2S 85-inch. Now we're just about to get started in a meeting to discuss the addition of a production line on the manufacturing floor. Cortana, join my meeting. You'll notice I didn't need to touch any device to join the meeting. And with the new coordinated meetings experience with Microsoft Teams Rooms and Surface Hub, these two connected devices work together to seamlessly power a modern collaborative meeting experience. With Microsoft Teams Rooms handling the audio and video, the front of room display shows the meeting participants, while the Surface Hub automatically launches a shared digital whiteboard for brainstorming. Our latest innovation is a new category of intelligent speakers for Microsoft Teams Rooms that brings speaker-attributed transcription for participants in the meeting room. This will help meetings be more inclusive for both remote and in-room attendees. This also enables attendees to spend less time note-taking and easily follow along with who said what in the room.
You know, if we install a new line, it might actually roughly double our output.
I think you're right. Aya, could you bring up the photo from the last brainstorm?
Great idea. Now, all remote participants will see the speakers' names appear next to the live transcription, which is accessible to all attendees during and after the meeting. The Surface Hub is certified for Teams and runs the Windows 10 app, which is optimized for meeting room experiences. As Alex suggested, let me go ahead and paste in our whiteboard photo from last session. Now, with this magic wand, I can easily convert this image into ink, which uses AI to clean up the background and extract the ink. Now I can easily move things around. So let me go ahead and move this line a little bit lower, and now I can add the additional third line. Great. Now, this inking experience is magical, and the remote attendees can also interact digitally from their personal devices. Now, one of my colleagues on this call is in transit waiting for the bus. He's using the brand new Surface Duo, which is a foldable dual-screen mobile device that features the best of Microsoft 365 and can run every Android app in the Google Play Store. Now, the Surface Duo not only helps Jason focus on the meeting, but he can simultaneously stay productive on the other screen. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Aya.
Do you have the dimensions for the additional line?
I sure do. And I'm going to put them right on the whiteboard here for you.
He can use the Surface Slim Pen to ink directly on the whiteboard while maintaining full view of the meeting.
There you go.
Great. To wrap up the meeting, I can use the voice assistants for a touchless experience. Cortana, end my meeting. Now, all the devices in the room have disconnected from the meeting, and the content has been wiped from the Surface Hub, preparing it for its next session. Whether you're working from home, in the classroom, or back in the office, Microsoft 365 and Teams helps you stay connected and collaborate more effectively.
Thanks, Aya. All right, let's move on to well-being. If this moment's taught us anything, it's this. We can no longer measure human productivity by efficiency alone. If we just keep building tools to make people more and more efficient, they will inevitably burn out. I feel that. I bet we all feel that. Instead, we need to think about how we empower human ingenuity, the same ingenuity that creates value for the organization and that only humans possess. And we do that by prioritizing individual well-being. One proven way to prioritize well-being is meditation. The fantastic meditation app Headspace did a survey and found that 70% of all people think meditating could help them decrease their work-related stress. And today we're so excited to announce a new integration that brings Headspace right into Microsoft Teams. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like in a moment, but first I want to introduce Headspace's co-founder and our new partner, Andy Puddicombe, one of the world's top meditation experts.
Andy, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me again. It's just such a pleasure to have you here with us and be able to have a conversation with you that we can share.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me along.
Meditation is something that you've been teaching around the world. Have you always made space for meditation within your workday?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's two parts to that, Joe. I mean, for many years as a Buddhist monk, meditation was my work. So I always made time for it. Since leaving then, sort of 15 years ago or so, and certainly since starting a company, meditation's been an essential part of my work day. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's at work, sometimes it's in the evening.
As I have been researching and understanding the field, there's this way that meditation can help with resilience and with work-related stress. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that?
Stress in itself isn't a bad thing. It's really important to say that. It's when it happens so often and it happens for long enough that it begins to overwhelm us, that then it kind of becomes harmful. Meditation shows us how to step out of that thinking mind. The way I think about it is more in terms of what can we do on a regular basis so that we are ready and prepared for when difficult, stressful and challenging situations arise, both at work and at home, so that we actually kind of feel ready for that and we're not thrown off course or easily overwhelmed by it.
I'm seeing a lot of stress come from the fact that there aren't any boundaries. How does meditation help with that?
How we live our life at work has a direct impact on how we relate to our environment and our immediate sort of family, colleagues, housemates, whatever it might be around us. I do think scheduling becomes really, really important so you don't feel kind of burnt out and it doesn't feel like the entirety of our world has sort of come together all at the same time.
Wonderful. I mean, I think about the moment that we're in right now. Think about resilience. I think about care and compassion. We have never needed it more. Andy Puddicombe, thank you so much. We're so excited to have you as a new partner to be working together with you, the co-founder and of Headspace here with us today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jared.
Today we're announcing that Insights, powered by My Analytics and Workplace Analytics, is also coming to Teams. Insights helps individuals, managers, and leaders prioritize well-being and increase overall productivity. Let's take a look. I'll start by showing you the new Personal Insights designed to help people be their best and most productive selves. A virtual commute will add structure to the remote workday, carving out time to mindfully disconnect in the evening. This will make it seamless to close out the day's tasks or to add them to a to-do list. Emotional check-ins help people pause and reflect on how the day went and observe emotional patterns over time. And then there's that new integration with Headspace that Andy and I talked about. These new experiences, exciting experiences, are coming in 2021. And starting in October 2020, next month, you'll begin to see personal insights in teams designed to help strengthen relationships and protect time for focused work with the briefing email from Cortana and Outlook. Starting in October, we'll be bringing new insights for managers and leaders into teams. Let's start by taking a look at manager insights. The well-being of their teams is top of mind for managers who can often operate like a life preserver when employees are grappling with disruption and change. Powered by workplace analytics, new insights for managers help them protect individual well-being and position their people to stay productive. Supporting research and thought leadership provide additional insights on the impact of very specific work habits and behaviors, along with tips and suggestions for ways to improve management skills. Metrics for other teams of similar size and function also help to contextualize team data. And links to best practices can help managers address challenge areas. Insight into the factors that impact the day-to-day experience of their teams helps managers create a culture that enables people to do their best work while prioritizing individual well-being. Now, let's move on to insights for leaders. Business leaders need visibility into what's happening with people across their organizations. New workplace analytics insights in teams show data on team cohesion and stress and disruption, along with recommendations to help strengthen social ties. Other factors like elevated levels of after-hours work can lead to employee burnout, which in turn reduces productivity and increases attrition risk. Seeing where there's risk and getting insight into other factors that impact employee engagement and productivity levels helps leaders know where they can take steps to protect employee well-being. Leaders can also see where a process change can improve the way work happens. We are so thrilled to bring these new well-being innovations to you, and there's so much more on the way. So that's all I have for you today. I am so excited to work alongside you as we reimagine the future of work together.